Hello, my lovely friends. Welcome to our core and balance class. Today you will need nothing other than yourself and a mat. If you don't have a mat at home, just find some space where you can comfortably lay down on the ground. I will give you a disclaimer. It is raining, thundering, lightning, lots and lots of storming going on, so apologies in advance if there are any technological issues or if my Wi-Fi goes out. It has done that, but we will cross our fingers, hope for the best, and get right into it with this workout. So we're going to start with core. Our balance exercises will be intermixed and then a little bit more in the middle, and then we'll finish with some additional core. Meet me on your mat in a kneeling position. Stack your shoulders over your wrists, your hips over your knees, and flatten your feet on the ground. Find a flat back, and then inhale as you drop your belly and look up. Exhale as you round the spine and tuck your chin. We'll take a few rounds of this cat-cow, moving with your own breath. Inhaling to look up, exhaling to look down and press away from the mat to warm up the spine. All right, and then find that flat back position once more. You should be able to notice that difference. Find the place where you feel like you can draw your belly button in and up. You've got a nice long spine from head to hips, and you're supported through your arms. Engage through your belly, so don't just let it sag. Pull that belly in, engage, squeeze the core muscles. And then with control, nothing is going to move here. We've got a strong foundation. You're just going to extend your right arm and lift it up. Core is engaged, belly is nice and tight, holding everything stable. Slowly release that right arm down to the ground. And without shifting the hips or moving the torso, just lift that left arm up. Slowly release. Keep that control. Nice flat back. Right arm slowly lifts. And down. Left arm slowly lifts. And down. Keep that core engaged. One more time. Right arm. And release. Left arm. And release. We're going to do the same thing now with our legs. So our core is a very important muscle. We've got a lot going on in there for stabilizing. So what we're working on is not allowing ourselves to move anywhere, but instead keeping this nice strong foundation. So find your foundation, draw that belly in and up one more time, and slowly with control extend your right leg behind you. Point the toes on the ground. Keep that strong foundation nice and stable and lift the foot. A nice straight line. Then bring that right foot back down, knee to the ground, and extend that left foot down. Keep your strong foundation, lift your leg. Great. Bring it back down. One swift movement. Keep that torso stable. Kick your right leg back. Back together. Kick your left leg back. Notice what your belly's doing. Is it dropping? Can you keep it nice and tight? Back in, one more time on the right leg. And down, and the left leg. And down. All right, we're gonna combine that. I'll take a second, sit back on your hips or your heels, give your hands a shake. We're gonna find that balance now and put both together with the right arm and the left leg. So first find your stability, find your core engagement. And we'll slowly press into the left hand and the right knee as we lift the right hand and left leg. Extend and hold. Make any micro adjustments you need to make, squeezing the core maybe to find your straight line, lifting your thumb up a little bit and lifting your heel up. So you've got a nice straight line from head to toe, fingers to toes. Notice if your belly is arching or rounding. Find that core engagement and hold for another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. With control, keep that core stable. We'll send that left arm out and the right leg out. Other side, holding that balance, pressing away from the ground with that right hand. It's okay to wobble a little bit, no worries. Find any little adjustments you need to make so that everything is squeezing nice and tight. Abs are engaged, reaching strong with those fingertips forward and the foot backward. Hold for another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. We're going to do one more round of bird dogs. This time it's going to be a crunch. So I'm going to give you the option of what I'm going to do and then a way to make it a little bit less challenging if that balance was tough for you. So we're going to come to that position we were just in, and then we're going to pull our knee and elbow together, this time rounding the back. Extending back to our straight and rounding, pulling in and crunching. So if the balance starts to go here, what you're going to do is choose to either do that same thing just with your arm or just with your leg. If you're going to go for it with me and do both the arm and the leg, awesome. Regardless of what you choose, let's get ready. Find your stability, extending opposite arm and leg, hold, and pull it in. Round your spine, knee to elbow, squeeze, draw the belly button up. Extend, pull it in. That's 2, extend. 3, we're going to 8. Take your time. 4, squeeze that belly like a crunch. 5, 6, on 2 more, you got it. 7, then we'll take a break from the wrist work. Last one, release. Sit back, shake it out. We'll do the other side. Then we've got some new exercises to do. Getting balance and core with this one. All right, come back forward, get set up on the other side. Arm and leg or just one limb. Press away from the ground, draw the belly button up. Ready? Crunch it in. Use your exhale to crunch in and your inhale to extend. 1, 2, 3, nice and stable. There's no wiggling around here. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Release. All right, come down onto one side. We've got some planks to do. We're going to do side planks. Get my timer here. So for side planks, you've got a few options. You can always bend this bottom knee and straighten the top leg. That's going to be modification option 1. Second plank option is to have your feet staggered. Top foot forward, bottom foot back. We're on the inner part of that foot and the outer part of the other foot. You'll lift up. Other option is to stack. So choose which one works best for you. We're going to do 20 seconds. Doesn't matter which side you start with. We'll get to both. Ready? Set. Go. Here's option 1, 2, 3. Press away from the ground. Lift those hips up. Long neck. You got it. Breathe. Three, 2, 1. Release and switch to the other side. We're going to do 3 rounds of side plank, but they're all going to be a different variation. Get ready? Set. Here we go. Come on up. Lift those hips up toward the sky. Nice work, nice work. We've got this. Stay with it. Keep breathing. It's so tempting to hold your breath in an isometric exercise, but don't do it. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Okay, come back to your original side. Now we've got a different round, or a different variation is what I mean. We're going to do a star side plank. This can still be done modified with that bottom knee down, but we're lifting the top leg. We're going to hold for 20 seconds. Other option is to put that bottom foot down like this and lift it up. So choose which one works for you. Get ready, set, go. Lift it up. Great job. Press into this bottom shoulder. Elongate the neck. Lift the hips. Lots to think about, but you got it. Keep breathing. Final 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch to the other side, either with that bottom leg down or bottom foot down. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Top leg up. 20 seconds of your life. You can do anything for 20 seconds. Pull those hips toward the sky. Final 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Okay, we've got one more side plank. Stay with me. This is the most repetition you're going to get. So we've got some other exercises to do after this one. One more side plank. We're going to come back to that lifted position with that foot up, and then we're going to take it forward and backward, nice and slow. So it's moving forward, backward, but not down or up at all. So imagine that there's something underneath you and you can't touch it. You're just going forward, backward with that top leg. We're going to test the balance and the core strength. You ready? Same thing, bent leg or straight leg, doesn't matter. Ready, set, go. Forward, backward. You can have that bottom leg down as well. Either way works, but we're going nice and slow with control. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Come on over to the other side. Ready, set, go. Stay in control. Press into the armlets on the ground, long neck and breathe. Halfway there. Three, 2, 1. Nice. All right. Come onto your back. Next exercise we're going to do is a bicycle crunch. We're going to do it slowly and on my count. We're going to do 2 different sets. So start by pulling your knees into your chest and connecting your lower back with the ground. Once we've got that, you're going to lift your shoulder blades and turn to the left as you extend your right leg. Now come back to center. That was 1. Keep your shoulders up. Turn to the right, extend your left leg. 2. Keep going slowly with me. 3, 4. We're going to 20. 5. Keep your low back on the ground. 6. And those shoulders up. 7, 8, 9, 10. Halfway there, you got it. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Take a rest. Woo! Awesome work. Next up, we've got a reverse crunch. You're going to place your arms down for support. They're going to press into the ground. Knees to chest. As you lift the hips up off the ground and slowly release back down. We're going to do 10 reps on my count. You ready? Try not to bounce the bum. Ready, set, go. Knees to chest, lift up, and slowly release. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Take a rest. We're going to do one more set of those, that bicycle crunch for 20, and then a reverse crunch for 10. If bicycle crunches were a bit much for you, you didn't make it to 20, or it was just a little too challenging to keep the form, what I want you to do, instead of extending your leg straight, you're going to tap it down to the ground with the toe. So it'll look like this instead of this. You'll just tap that toe. Doesn't really make it easier, just a little more accessible. Either way is going to be challenging. So choose the one that challenges you. Lift those knees off the ground. Connect that lower back with the mat. Shoulders up. Ready? Go twist to the left. Drop that right leg. Back to center. Twist to the right. Drop the left leg. 2. Keep going. 3. 4. Stay on my count. 5. 6. Lift the shoulders every time. You got it. 7. 8. 9. 10. Lift the chin. 11. 12. 13. Come on, it's our last set. 14. 15. 16. 17. 18. 19. 20. Ooh, my abs are burning. After this, we're going to stand up and do some balance. So stay with me for now. Get ready. Reverse crunch. Knees to chest, then up. Set. Begin. 1. 2. Slow release. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 3 more. 8. 9. 10. Roll it all the way up. All right. You guys feeling good so far, I hope? Yes, no, maybe so. We're going to start with a tree pose. Super fun. If you've ever done yoga, you have done tree pose. So what I want you to do is start by finding a solid foundation and then shift your weight onto your right foot. Come up onto your left toes. Don't lift them up yet. Just find that balance. Spread your toes wide. Feel that foot connected with the ground. Start to lift that knee up like there's a string, lifting it up, pulling it into the chest, and test out how your balance feels. If during this class at any point you don't feel safe and you need something to hold on to something. I'd much rather have that than any falls in my class. All right, so from here, you guys stay here. I'm going to show you 2 options for our tree pose. Option 1, you're going to bring that foot to the calf. Or option 2, it's going to come up above the knee. So we never do a tree pose on the knee. It's always above or below. If both of these are too much, bring that toe to the ground and the ankles towards one another. So pick one, whichever one you feel confident in, or that challenges you enough, and then press into each other. Press this foot into the leg, and press the leg into the foot to find that support from down. Hold you up, standing up nice and tall. You can bring your hands to your chest. Helps to look at something about 3 feet in front of you on the ground, maybe something that's not moving. Hold and breathe. If you feel confident and you're nice and sturdy, let's bring those arms up over the head. Totally optional. You can keep the hands at the chest or even maybe on the hips. I'm going to keep giving you options, but you don't need to take them. Stay where you feel comfortable or move on. If you'd like to lift your gaze to challenge your balance even more, you can do so. You might fall over like I just did. No worries. We're all human, right? It's okay to fall. And if lifting your gaze didn't knock you over and you want to keep trying, bring your gaze back to center. And you can try to close your eyes. Again, totally optional. Just there if you want to. A few more seconds to play in this tree pose. And then without letting that foot come down just yet, we'll bring the arms to the hips, bring that knee into center, and then release with control. Great. All right. Shake it all out. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So start to shift your weight onto your left foot, coming up onto the toes of the right. Find your balance, find your grounding. And like there's a string pulling your knee up, lift it into the chest. Notice if you're dipping into your hips, can you keep them square and keep your shoulders aligned? A straight line. Then you've got your options, either above, below, or down for your tree pose. Finding that press with the leg and the foot into one another, and then lifting up nice and tall. Hands can be on the hips or at the heart. Breathing deeply and even. You might be wondering, why on earth are we doing a balance class right now? What do we need this balance for? Well, my friends, as we age, balance is just one of those things that starts to go. It becomes harder for us to balance, and everyday tasks tend to give us difficulty. If we don't move our bodies in a variety of ways, we lose it. So balance is super important to maintain and practice as we get older, no matter how old you are. But the more you practice now, as you age later, the more your body will thank you for it. Take those options from before. If you'd like to bring your arms up over your head, you can. If you'd like to lift your gaze, you can. And if you'd like to try to close your eyes, you can. Do what feels comfortable for you. Last couple moments here on this side. You guys are doing great. Be empathetic, be compassionate. If you fall out, don't worry, I did too. This is my job. Nobody is perfect. And you might notice that on one side you're more stable than the other. Just things to observe. That's why we practice. All right, release it back to center and with control down to the ground. Release the arms, shake it out, give yourself a little shake side to side, and we're gonna try a couple single leg deadlifts. So this is a good one to line yourself up next to a wall if you need the balance assistance. So we're gonna start with our left leg forward and our right leg back. This knee is gonna bend slightly and my hips are gonna push backwards out of the way as my chest comes down and my foot comes up. Notice that it moves in one fluid motion. It's not chest, leg. It's all like a seesaw. Comes down and comes back up. So that's step one. We're going to try 5 of those together. So bend your left knee. Take that right foot back just on the toe. You're not actually putting weight on it. And then start to kick your heel up as your chest comes forward and your hips come back. Slight bend in that left leg. Come to parallel. Try to find a T with your body and hold it for a second. Notice if your upper body is rounding, can you pull your shoulders down and back? Squeeze your core. And then stand up with control, meet the feet together. Good. Come back into it again. Lowering the chest, lifting the heel, finding that T shape, holding for a moment. And then with control, standing back up. That was 2. Let's do 3 more. Come on up. 2 more. Last one. Awesome. We'll do the same thing on the other side now. Finding that balance in the right leg, tapping that left toe behind you. Slight bend in this right leg. Remember, our hips are going to push back a bit. We've got a little bit of a bend in this knee. Here we go. Dropping the chest, lifting the heel until we come to a T. Shoulders are back, long spine. Find your balance and then use your hamstrings and your glutes to pull back to standing, feet meet together. 1. Here we go for 2. Holding for a second in your T and then lifting back up. And down. That's 3. 2 more. And remembering that empathy, if you fall, it's okay. 1 more, or if you wobble. Great. Okay, this time we're gonna add on, if you need the wall, just keep it right there, it's all good. We're gonna take it down into that position we were just in, and then combine it with where we started by pulling that knee to the chest. So we're gonna do 5 like that, kicking it out to our T, and then pulling it into the chest with control. You can do a hand on the wall, hands at the chest, or hands on the hips. You ready? Left knee bent, right leg back. Here we go, find your T. Squeeze through the core, pull it up, knee to chest. 1, kick that foot back, find your T. Pull it in, knee to chest. 2, you got it, keep going. We're going till 5. Lift it up, knee to chest. 3, 4, and 5. Great, we'll switch to the other side, then we'll finish on the ground with a little bit more core work and be done. Bend that right knee, left leg extends back, moving like a seesaw. Here we go, drop the chest, lift the heel, find your T. Knee to chest as you rise up. 1, breathing steadily, engaging the core and the torso, lifting up. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Awesome work. Okay, I challenge you, can you get down to the ground without using your hands? If you're gonna hurt yourself, then the answer is no, don't do that. But how much do you need to rely on your hands to get down to the ground? Find a way, see if you can, to come down to the ground without your hands. And then we'll finish with our core work. All right, we've got a little boat pose coming up. So sit up nice and tall and sit on your hip bones. So you don't want to be rounded back on the back part of your bum. You want to sit up nice and tall, find that connection with the bones to the ground, and then lean your shoulders back a bit, but maintain a long spine. Once you're there, take your hands to the back side of your thighs and lift your feet. Find your balance. You can use your hands on your legs for as much support as you need or as little support as you need. Just try to avoid this rounding of the upper back body. Instead, pull your shoulders back and your chest forward. Keep holding, keep breathing. If you feel like you're okay to move on, you're going to lift one arm then the other and hold. 15 seconds. Stay with it. Keep those shoulders open. Make it harder by extending your legs straight. 10 more seconds. Keep breathing. You got it. Wherever you are, you got this. Final 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Awesome. We're going to do that one more time. Pick the way that works for you, whether it's hands on thighs, or arms out, or even legs straight. We've got one more opportunity. You guys ready? We will all start by sitting up tall, leaning the chest back, and lifting up. Once you're ready, we're going to begin. You can stay here, or extend the arms, maybe even extend the legs. Hold those shoulders back, lift the chest nice and proud. You got it. 15 seconds from right now. It's okay to shake. Join the club. You're not alone. It's okay. 10 seconds left. Final 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Beautiful. Take the feet together, knees wide, and reach it forward with a flat back. Butterfly stretch. Lift the chest, sit up tall, take your left hand behind you and your right hand to your knee. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, look over your shoulder and twist. Come back to center, right hand behind, left hand on the knee. Inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, twist over the right shoulder. And back to center, extend the legs long, take the left hand to the left, reach the right arm up and over, side bend. Back to center, right hand down, left arm up and over, side bend. And back to center. You guys are good to go. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. I look forward to seeing you in the next class. And I hope you have a good evening. Stay safe if it's storming where you are.